to the Bossman Show with John Beckler. We'll be joined by the TSU Lady Tigers head coach. Coach on a 4-game winning streak. The girls are at 9-4 in OVC, 12-12 overall. Coach Larry Inman. Coach, how you doing?
It's great, Jay. How are you, man?
Oh, I'm doing good, Coach. Doing great, Coach. And just like your team is doing great right now, Coach, talk to us about your impression of your roster so far. You guys, you had a 3-game homestand where you kind of didn't play very well. Now you won 4 in a row. What's your feeling about your roster so far going forward? 3 games left in OVC conference for the tournament. So how you feeling, Coach?
Well, the thing is, we steadily have gotten better. We've had ups and downs, and that's obvious, like you were talking about. But this team is capable, I think, of doing much, much more. And, we at times we show that, other times we don't. Part of that's because our youth, we got 10 out of 13 kids are freshmen and sophomores. So, we've come a long way, but yet we think we're capable of doing more. And so we keep, trying to let our kids know that, and we want them to visualize that where they can live it. So, they, at times, like I say, the other night, they really played well overall, and our defense, I think we held them at 25% second half, and just, but the first half you're giving up maybe 46 or whatever. So it's very, very inconsistent at times, and learning to play hard is just something that, to me, a team has to learn to do if they're going to be successful. We're not going to overpower anybody. We're solid inside and outside. And, the bottom line is we just have to stay together and continue to come together,
Yeah, and Coach, I'd be interested to get your thoughts on Saturday's game against Eastern Kentucky and the effort that the team put forward in coming back from that 13-point deficit and turning that game around in your favor.
Well, I didn't think we shot the ball well. That the first half. But the second half, we settled down and played like we could play. But our defense, we changed our defense several times, and that seemed to throw them off, and it gave us a chance to make a run and come back when we were down 13. And by changing our defenses, I felt like our kids bought into it. It caused problems for them. They didn't adjust to it very well, and we took advantage of it. And then we came out the second half, we just kept on going, and we get a lead. I felt like we didn't do a good job. I felt like mentally of protecting our lead. I thought we made some unnecessary fouls that, when you got a lead and you protect it. And I didn't think we did a very good job of that. But, it's something we've addressed, the things that we talked about. Like I say, we're young, but, there's so much learning that's got to take place and so much that's got to happen. But we got great kids, and they're working extremely hard, so good things will happen,
And, Coach, I heard you multiple times scream out, why, and quit fouling. I heard you say at least 4 or 5 times. You screamed again. I was like, Coach wants them to see the situation of the game. We're up by 10, 12. Why are we fouling right now? Why are we giving them opportunity to score the ball with the clock stopping? You kept trying to get there. She's like, why? Just make the smart pass, not the home run pass. Make the smart pass. I know a lot of times your girls will throw the ball down the court, and when they could still pass the ball, it's like, we'll kill some clock rather than go for the home run. So I know you guys addressed that. So that's more things you want those points of teaching to where, hey, we're up by 12. Let's just take the safe play rather than the big play.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And the thing is, every time you foul somebody, you stop the clock. Well, you want the clock to run when you got a lead, okay? And so consequently, we were doing pretty good offensively, scoring and what have you. But then we turn around and foul them and put them to the free throw line. Or we'd make, like you said, a long pass that was not necessary to make. Just get it down there, get a score, protect your lead, the things you should be doing playing smart basketball. But, we've come a long way even with that, And when you keep addressing, you keep hearing it over and over again, it registers. But it's got to be ingrained. So many of these kids are so young. They're just used to coming from different high schools, playing different ways. But you just have to protect your lead, especially at our level. If you don't, you'll find yourself all of a sudden you're up 12 and then you're down 4 or 5 because you didn't protect your lead, You made unnecessary fouls, unnecessary passes that you shouldn't make.
And Coach, another one of your girls who played excellent ball was Amaya Davis. on the perimeter, just on giving that shooter issues with her length and her activity. Also, energy on offense, been hitting those long range threes for you. Something that I know you want them to do, make shots. She's making shots for you. And also, Brianna Morrow patrolling the post inside and outside. So what has their play meant to your team growing these last 4 games, and how they've been in the locker room with the girls to get to the kind of other girls, the young girls, to play even harder like they're playing on the court and getting you guys these victories, and this role you're on right now?
Well, let me say that the outstanding on that was just unbelievable. Monty had 23 and several boards, and Brianna Morrow had 24 points and 13 boards. You know, and when those kids have really come on strong and playing well, and Chelsea's always been a rock. You know, she's always played pretty good most of the time. She had 17 and 13, which I forget how many double-doubles it has been for the last several games with Chelsea, too, as well. But those two have just come on, miss inside, miss outside, and Mara put on a clinic for post work in there against, one of the better defenders from Eastern. And, and then, like you said, Amani's dropping threes, hitting jumpers. You know, Amani's got greatness just written all over her, potential-wise. And it's just now kind of come to the forefront. And the same thing with Mara. You know, Mara has just really come on strong this year. I think she wants to go out. She's a senior. She wants to go out knowing that she gave her best and did her best, and that's what she's doing right now. And it's meaning so much to our team. And, we got Brianna Lawrence, and we got a little bit, Rachel Allen playing great at the point, had 7 assists and 1 turnover. 7-1 is, we had that every game. Hey, we'd be in great shape from our point guards. So, she just did a great job for us. And it was a great team effort the other night. Not just, we had great outstanding plays and the ones you talked about, but as a team was one of our good games, both offensively and defensively. But it wasn't early. I'll tell you that too. It was not early. And I didn't think we played well enough to win early. I didn't think we transitioned well, and we did not guard well. But the second half, all that, we threw that in the trash and then we win, and got it going again.
Well, Coach, you have a big game coming up this week, Jacksonville State, this weekend. And, without giving away too much, what have you seen from them on film, and what do you think the keys to the game are going to be for you guys to be successful?
Well, the biggest thing, they do a great job defensively. They hurt us when we played them here. And so, we have to do a good job of taking care of the basketball. But more than that, we have to be a good total team defense, because they have good inside, good outside kids, and they got 2 really good players, I think, out of the league that just, inside and outside, kind of like we had the other night. But watching them, they're quick, they push the ball, they don't force bad passes, because Coach Petrie won't let them do that. But they're solid. They're very solid. They're not overpowering inside. We should be able to score, but what happens is they crowd you so much inside. They make you beat them over the top. And we didn't take advantage of it the last time we played, so we have to take advantage of that.
And, Coach, with 3 games left in conference play, is there some sense of added importance for you and the staff to telling the girls that, hey, the more games we win, the higher seed that we get in the overseas tournament going forward? And you guys play Martin very, very well at home. A few shots here and there, a few turnovers here and there that you can get over the hump. You guys have been right in the game against Martin. I saw you Edwardsville, another team that's been playing well. Your Jacksonville State as well. So are you trying to tell your girl these are teams that you will probably see again if you go if progress in overseas tournament? So are you trusting we need to play well these games right here?
I'm just being honest with you. This is basically what we tell them, okay? We know that it's shouted out. We can play the best teams in this conference. That should be comforting as far as your self-confidence. But the bottom line is, okay, if you get in the tournament, you get a chance to do that. And we tell them we have a chance to do some great things here. Our team does, and we can settle for, okay, this one's supposed to win or that one's supposed to win, but we're not going to settle for that. And here's why. We played well with every team in this conference. We're capable of beating every team in this conference. So when you get to tournament time, anything can happen. And that's what we're shooting for right now, We had some games that we didn't play well, which we were very inconsistent at times. But we still got a second chance here. We got to get in the tournament, get a good seed, and go from there. And that's what we're playing for, is a seed in the tournament, where we can get a good seed and play a a lower ranked team if you can, if there are any. I don't know if you really have that with that said because everybody's so even. But, we're capable of beating these people. And our kids, I think, are subtly realizing that a little bit.
And Coach, we've had some discussions with other coaches and analysts about improving the game in both men's and women's basketball. And what continues to come up is the shot clock, 4 10-minute quarters rather than 2 20-minute halves. Would these types of rules be something that you'd be in favor of? Or what are some of the other rule changes or tweaks that you think could be made to improve the game a little?
I don't know that any of that really matters. Everybody will make adjustments to whatever rules you put in place. It's okay, I think, kind of the way it is. I don't see anything that's affecting the game. For me, I played the quarter systems before, and I played the half systems before. If anything, the quarter systems just gives your kids more rest in between. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing a 4-10s or 8s or whatever you're playing, depends on what level you're coaching on. But whatever you play, it just gives them more timeouts. And then if you add the media timeouts with that, it gives the kids more rest and what have you. But from that standpoint, it would be an advantage to give the kids a little more rest while the game's going on. But, we just feel like that, that also can work in your advantage if you're in great shape. I think it has some for us this year. And, cause we have a little theory, we don't get tired. And so consequently, we're selling our kids on that. Our kids are playing to that. And so I think we've run some things down a little bit at times, this year.
And yes, Coach, that's what I've noticed about your team, Coach. They're very scrappy, and they have energy when it's late. And that's something I've noticed about you guys all year long, watching you on the digital network. And when I'm in there in person watching you play, you guys do not get tired. You guys play to the last whistle, and teams wear down with your pressure because your activity of your guys. You guys may not be that tall, but you're active, and you cause teams to have to work the entire game, and that eventually wears on a team, which I feel would help you guys have these big second halves to win games late.
Well, I don't know this or not, but, we're one of the upper echelon teams in the whole country as far as steals. We're averaging over 10 steals a game, so, we're forcing about 20 turnovers a game. So, that's a great thing, for our team. But that's because we try to be relentless, just continually coming at you, getting the passing lanes, challenging you as a ball handler. You know what I'm saying? You have to do that, and I think we've done that, which has helped us in several games.
Yes, indeed, Coach. And, Coach, me and John are wishing you luck at Jacksonville State, and we look forward to talking to you down the road, and hopefully you guys will keep winning, and we have you on more and more, Coach.
All right, man. Thank you so much, fellas. Thank you. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, Coach.
All right, bye-bye.
That was TSU Lady Tigers head coach Larry Inman. Coming up next, Kyle Schwartz from the OVC.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service. Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes,